prepared to go live. I didn't mean to tap that. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I'll leave it. I did not mean to tap go live yet. I'm not set up yet. But hi, good morning. Let me get the rest of my stuff set up while y'all join. Come on in. Drop your signs in the chat for me. I'll wait a second until more people come in to say what I was going to say. Let's see here. Sorry, guys. I did not mean to press live. I thought it was just still setting up. So I'm going to get my other platforms together. All right, there we go. Let's see. Welcome, y'all. Hi. Let me see. I thought it was clicking next, and that don't just it went live. All right, let's see. You know, I gotta get my Twitch set up and all that good stuff. Make sure this is muted. Okay. All right, we gotta get the TikTok set up. 1 second. So last night I did love readings in the old format that I used to do, and that's how I should have just did it the last time that I did it live. So I did do a members only love reading. I'm thinking about doing love readings tomorrow morning, just so that people can kind of see how I normally do them and see what energy comes out, and then we can, go from there. If people are interested in joining as a member, then they will see how it goes. So let me know what y'all think about that idea. We might do that tomorrow morning. Let me get TikTok set up. All right. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'd be trying to be ready. Make sure it ain't no lipstick on my teeth. Okay. All right. So we got all the platforms live. We're good now. All right, so we got Pisces and Sag. Well, Sag and Pisces. Okay. Also for the love readings, what I did was I did go in order of the normal zodiac. So if you join as a member and you're watching those, that's how those will go. You said love in the accurate fashion. All right, keep dropping y'all signs in the chat, y'all. We're going to go in order, first come, first serve. We got Sagittarius and Pisces so far. Thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, join, all that good stuff. If you are on YouTube or really any platform that you're on, the memberships are live. So what you get with a membership is you get a monthly tarot question, or if you don't have like a specific question, you can get a reading on the area of life that's most important to you, or you can just get a general spread. So that's a part of the membership. Members also get members only shorts, and you guys will be getting members only career and love readings. So again, like I said earlier in this video, tomorrow I'm thinking about just doing like love readings in the morning, so y'all can kind of see the format that I do it in. Because yesterday they were super clear. Of course, it could have been clearer because it was not nobody in there watching. So it was just me. I was able to kind of concentrate more. But yeah, so that's how we'll do that. And that way y'all can kind of see how I do the love readings. So we got Sag, Pisces, we got Scorpio on TikTok, Taurus, and Virgo. If you're watching me on TikTok, Twitch, or Kick, this will be up on YouTube, timestamped and saved. Make sure y'all subscribe to YouTube. That is my favorite platform personally. But all right, so if you're content creators or anything like that, just a little FYI. All right, so let's see. Or any side hustles that you need social media for. Yes, I do private readings. You can book it at the link in my bio. You buy it from the store, and I just email your question, and you get a YouTube video. So it will be a 30-minute YouTube video. It's a private video. Nobody can see it, just you. Thank you. All right, we got Capricorn on the list. So just again, we got Sag, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Continue dropping y'all signs on the on the chat. All right, we got Leo. Welcome, welcome. All right, I'm going to get started. Of course, y'all know more people will add signs later, so we can get started. Let me get some tea real quick. No, I don't do one-on-one readings over the phone. All right, Sag is going to be first, by the way. Hi there, welcome. Here's Scorpio, Aries, Moon, Cap, Rising. All right, so I'll add Aries. We have Scorpio and Capricorn. Also, guys, y'all can definitely request your signs like that if y'all want to do your rising and your moon. It don't matter to me. If you want to find out somebody else's business and you drop their signs, that's not my business. You can do that too. Thank you, Snoop Cat. I appreciate the compliment. Thank you. You said teacher from the falling. It's prohibited in the Bible. All right, Malik. Malik, do you have sex before marriage? I'm sure you do that. I'm sure you do that. Okay. Let's see. I know you do that. Libra rising. Let me add Libra. We got Virgo on the list, by the way. It said, Malik, you wear polyester. Ooh. You're a cat moon. We got Sag, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Leo, Aries, Libra. Yeah, they always want to preach the Bible when it comes to some paper cards, but they'll slang that dang-a-lang for sure. They will do that before marriage immediately. Immediately. All right, Sagittarius is next. Let's get started. Let's get started. All right. Let's see what's going on for the Sagittariuses. You say he enjoys pork and seafood. He do everything that you ain't supposed to do except tarot. I promise you that. I promise you that. All right, Sagittarius. What is the center of the reading for the Sagittariuses? What's the center of the reading for the Sagittarius? Okay, defense. All right, something being blocked out or rejected. Let's see. So what is being blocked out or rejected? Of course, you could be protecting yourself, but let's see. Thank you, Andre. I appreciate that. You said this is a serious deck. These are two decks put together, so I just want to put that out there. This is the Hip Hop Oracle deck, but this is two combined. And I do that because if we're doing like love readings, you want to see if somebody's in the same energy or if, you know, it's to clarify. So these are two decks. This deck is in my store, but it will not be this big. It'll be like this big, like half of that, okay? All right, so defense. Let's see. What is being blocked out here? What's being blocked out? Okay, vision. Okay, this is interesting. So not being allowed to see something. Okay, what's blocking your vision? I don't know if this is your vision. We'll keep it that way, but what's blocking the vision here? What's blocking the vision? Defense again. Okay, so this might be a literal blockage, or it could be defensiveness. It could be defensiveness. Okay. Let's get to the bottom of it. All right, I'm going to pull this back. This is why I got two decks, because this may be you, Sagittarius. So I'm going to put this back in case you're being defensive and it's blocking you from seeing something. All right, welcome, y'all. Welcome. Hi. All right, so what are we not able to see here? What are we not able to see clearly? Okay, skill, vision, and peace. Okay, so being defensive, you're not able to see what a Libra sees. Libra keeps coming out in Sagittarius's energy anyway, so, or you guys keep coming out in each other's energy. So Defensiveness may block you from seeing a Libra or seeing what a Libra sees, and you have peace and change. Okay, all right. Or maybe something's blocking a Libra from seeing. Okay, so what role do you play here, Sag? It'll make sense. You said you're cranky. All right, let's see. What role do you play here, Sagittarius? So you're in spirituality. You're doing something spiritual. And for anybody that's watching this, because this could be any spiritual belief system, anything you believe in. This could be meditation, tarot, Reiki, journaling. Even if you're religious, it could be whatever religious belief system you believe in, hoodoo, voodoo, so on and so forth. All right. Or you can have optimism, or you can be, you know, have a positive attitude towards something or have faith in something. All right, so what is Libra seeing? It's like you can't see eye to eye with a Libra or something like that, or you can't see something accurately. All right, so what can Libra see? Or I don't know if it's the same person. They can see a change. All right, what was something before? What was going on before? Innovation. So maybe creativity. This could be creativity. Maybe you used to be creative, do something creative. All right, and then what did it change into? Luck. Okay, this could be, if we're talking about spirituality and we're talking about innovation and luck, this can be manifestation. Like something was manifested and it changed the way that something was going. All right, it changed an opportunity. Literally, something went from manifestation to an opportunity, or manifestation to a luck. All right, so maybe you're doubting manifestation right now, or okay, let's see what else. All right, so what other energy should you be in, Sagittarius? Let's see. Thank you, Floyd, for the roses. Let's see what. Thank you for the roses, Maybay. I appreciate you. All right, so what energy should you be in here, Sagittarius? You should be in resistance. Okay, what should you resist here? What should you resist? Okay, rebellion. Okay, now if you're in spirituality and there is a belief system that you use, like for me, right, every day I go live here and I do the readings. Like that's my spiritual element for me. You know, I feel like also if you have a belief system in manifestation that you've seen work for yourself, don't go against that. Like I told y'all in a couple videos ago that for me personally with like candles, I feel like that has worked for me a lot. Thank you, Empress, for the gift. I feel like I have seen the results of things that I wanted to manifest with candles and things like that. So that could be something there as well. So let's see. So resist rebelling. What all right, so what do you want to rebel against? Now Sagittarius is, y'all are known for that. We're known for that. So that's all right. So what do you want to rebel against? What do you want to rebel against? Voice. Maybe a Libra told you this. What was okay? What's being said, or what were you told? Okay, potential. Maybe somebody sees the potential in something that you're doing, growing. Don't go against that. What do you want to do instead here? I feel like, too, there's going to be an actual message about this. Maybe like somebody will text you and say this or post this. You want to do resilience. You want to do something the hard way. All right, so this is the thing. If you can see innovation, right? Innovation is about like being able to, it's not always a shortcut, but it's being creative and using all the elements that you have at your disposal to make something work, right? If it changes into luck, that's the wheel of fortune. That's an opportunity, a good thing for you, or time working out in your favor. I wouldn't do something in a difficult manner or do something difficult. If you're working with somebody, you're getting an email message, they're telling you, hey, like this has the potential to grow into blah, 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 or, do this, that, and the third. I will follow these instructions, or I will follow this advice. What does something have the potential to grow into? Okay, rebellion. So maybe somebody's like, yeah, you're going to rebel. Maybe that's what somebody's telling you, like, you know, you're rebellious, so don't rebel. But that is a Sag. That's definitely a Sag trait to be rebellious. So if somebody's telling you that, just whatever this pertains to, like, don't get offended if somebody says, hey, you're rebellious, or hey, stick to the schedule, or blah, blah, blah. But I would stick to a certain schedule for yourself. Stick to a certain goal that you may have. All right, so let's see if the Libra energy comes out here with these 8 cards. If you don't know a Libra, it could just be it. Well, I feel like it's a Libra energy. But all right, so you got the Chariot, the Hangman, their spirituality. So you can be, so I feel like you're moving forward with something, but you're going to wait until you put money into it. You're going to make sure that something is correct. You're going to either you meditate on it, you pray on it, you use cards to decide. Maybe you do even more research on something to figure something out. Without, you know, without actual spiritual elements. All right, you got the Knight of Pentacles. Here's the Ace of Pentacles. Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and then the Magician. So there's the Magician right there. There is the ability to make something work. That's what we're creating. So what does it change into with luck here? Yeah, the world, literally. Something comes to fruition. It goes from start to finish. It ends like some sort of issue. It comes up with a solution here. So it like comes to fruition. So you'll see that. Okay, what is the, let's see what you don't see. Let's make sure. Maybe that's what you didn't realize or believe, or maybe you're having trouble believing in manifestations or something like that. So let's see. What are you not able to see here? I feel like it's the rebellion part because that was your, yeah, the Four of Swords is not looking. That's what it's almost like you don't, okay, the way that this is depicted in this day, it's almost like you don't see that somebody is looking at you. Your vision is blocked from what a Libra is looking at, or what's blocking the vision? The fuck? That looked weird. All right, well, it's like you don't see somebody seeing you or something. All right, what's blocking the vision in this case? Because it says defense. The Two of Swords is, this is hard to, because the way I want to read this is if it's Libra doing it, because this is air. And I don't want to do it to where this is putting it off on somebody else. So, all right, but resist rebelling. That is your thing. If you have a spiritual belief system that manifests, keep at that. Like I said, like, I like to use candles. I have a certain way I do it. That's just me. If you have, like, say you write something down, like, I know Erykah Badu because she's the spiritual card, just to give it, you know, an example. But I always think about how she said, like, spelling is a spell, and you write it down on paper and it comes true. And she talks about all the time how she wrote down, like, she wanted to be a great performer or the best performer. And then she's, you know, clearly she became a performer. So it could be any of those things, any of those type of affirmations that work for you. So don't block your vision with that. I'm also getting do not change. Like if you're building something up, do not switch up. You may want to give up or change or go do something different. Stick to what you're doing. No, we did not do Virgo or Scorpio just yet. But stick to what you're doing. Don't go off the beaten path. You know, maybe somebody's like, oh, you're rebellious or something like that. This is, you know, let's see, rebellious with what? What are you supposed to be doing? Like, what should you stay consistent with? It could be something that you're building up. All right, so with the Two of Cups, this is an energy where, because I'm not necessarily pulling love, but when this is within yourself, it is a decision that you've already made for yourself. Something that you already know works for you. All right, if it is a relationship, you may want to, I don't know if y'all want to step outside a relationship, that's your, that's on you. But I feel like if this is within yourself, it's a decision that you've already made. Don't go against yourself. Yeah, see, the Queen of Swords, it's like a Libra keeps coming out. It's like air energy keeps coming out in your reading. I haven't really pulled you yet. when we get to Libra's reading, we'll see what that means. I wouldn't. I feel like the only thing you should take from what a Libra said is that you have the potential to rebel, and leave it at that. Don't be very careful with their advice. And I have a personal reason for why I say that. All right, so let's see. What other energy should you be in here? Do not do something difficult. Don't try to prove yourself by proving that you can handle a lot. Do something calm, easy, simple. All right, so, or something that you've already built up. You don't have to go start over. You don't have to go do something different. All right, what other energy should you be in here, Sagittarius? This might make sense in somebody else's reading. Yeah, you've got resistance. All right, so don't go against the grain. Don't rebel. Don't fall off the beaten path. Stick to what you're doing. Something that you've seen work for yourself from start to finish. Keep doing it that way. Like, okay, say you have a good gym routine. Stick with that gym routine. You don't have to switch it up. Say you know what kind of diet works for you. Stick with that diet, right? You don't have to go do anything different. Anybody that wants to do your own, like, business or your own, you know, side hustle or anything like that, stay consistent with it. If this is anything at work, stay, you know, you don't have to go against management today. You don't have to go against your supervisor today and all that other stuff. So yeah, so just stick with that. You say you retaliate, Libras. Libra, you know what's interesting about Libras? When they come in the chat, they're always talking about like fighting. And nobody's talking about that. They're always like, yes, we get justice and things go our way and Libra gang, 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 and we do this and we tear the. It's like, okay, relax. It's all right. We're not. Like, nobody is talking about anything like that. Just, it's okay, guys. It's all right. Calm down. Ooh, thank you for that gift. That's cute. I wonder if that shows up, if I can clip that. That's cute. But no, seriously, please calm down. Y'all got to chill. All right, let's see. Let me write that down. But yes, Sagittarius is just don't rebel, things like that. Make something work from start to finish. You got it. All right, Pisces is up next. Let's see. We're on 23 minutes. You said, what's the obsession with women and star signs? I don't know. Men are obsessed with watching other men play sports and slap each other asses. So we can do this. Y'all watch athletic men run up and down the field for 4 hours and throw a ball that you could barely see on the TV. And you're obsessed with how many yards they ran. How far they ran, how far they could throw and shit. So we might as well look at this. You know, everybody has their hobbies. Okay. Pisces is up next. Everybody has their hobbies. All right, what is the center of the reading for? What is the center of the reading for the Pisces? Also, y'all on, I said on Pisces. Those of you on TikTok, I'm also live up on YouTube. All right, so this will be time stamped on YouTube if you miss your sign. Also, really quick, as the channel grows on TikTok, please do not get scammed, y'all. My last TikTok page had a lot of fake pages of me, a lot of scams. I will never DM y'all, okay? I will never DM you for a reading. The only way you can get a reading is by the link in my bio. You have to buy it in the store. I will not DM you. Please don't get scammed. All right, I don't offer to do no spell work. That is not me. I don't do spell work on anybody, for anybody. It's not me. All right. I'm not going to offer you no candles, nothing like that. It's not me. All right, Pisces, let's see. Thank you, man, God. I thought that was a different card. All right, what is the center of the reading for the Pisces? Let's see. What's the center of the reading for the Pisces? Innovation. All right, so this came out in Sagittarius reading. We could be talking about manifestation, creativity, anything where we have all the tools to make something work. All right, so what is being created here in your reading, Pisces? Or what are you able to create, or somebody else? We've got finesse and knowledge. Interesting. I feel like this is like a shortcut to information, or somebody is able to copy what somebody else already knows. Okay, so there, I feel like too, if we're comparing two people, one person, it works for them, the other person, it doesn't. All right, so that's one thing. But I feel like somebody is able to copy what somebody else knows or steal information. Okay, or has a shortcut to knowledge. All right, let's see. What role do you play here, Pisces? Okay, potential. Okay, these are going to get tied together. All right, so potential. What do you have the potential to do or become here, Pisces, for your reading? Oh, so you're coming out as defiance. So Sagittarius have rebellion, but you straight up just ain't going to listen or just not going to follow something at all. Okay. So what are you being told here, Pisces, or what is the norm? What's the rule? Superstition. What are you supposed to be weary of, or what are you being warned of? Determination, hustle, and attitude. So somebody is warning you about focusing on money. Okay. So this could be, maybe somebody's like, there's more to life than just getting money, or like somebody's very worried that that's all you're going to focus on. Okay. What's supposed to be the issue with that? What would be the wrong with that? Or what is somebody telling you the outcome will be? Okay, you got fluidity, resilience, and then fluidity again. They feel like if you're overly focused on something, that messes up the flow of it. Somebody could be talking about like how they believe money is ebbs and flows, or it flows in and out, or like some people believe like if you're constantly holding on to money, then you're just automatically going to lose it, or so there's some belief system surrounding like being hard focused or super focused on this. But I feel like whatever somebody has warned you about considering finances or money, you're not going to listen to that anyway with defiance. All right, what else are you going to do instead here? Voice, angel, defiance, and emotion. So you're going to tell a Sagittarius not to pay attention to that either. Okay, or somebody is telling you not to talk to a Sagittarius, and that has something to do with not focusing on money. Okay, let's see. We'll clarify. Let's see. All right, so you got the Five of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups. Literally, like, I feel like there is a group of people who do not care about money. I feel like that's what's going on. Or like somebody's talking about how you can be happy without money. Money doesn't buy happiness. That could be what somebody is talking about. All right, it's like typical. Yeah, the Three of Cups, but then there's the Judgment. So you came out as voice. You're going to say something anyway. Libra, Six of Cups, or Justice, Six of Cups, Five of Cups, and then the Eight of Swords. That's what something's like. Literally, this was in the Sag read, and this is about somebody who can't see. I see a Libra trying to be overly generous or overly kind or loving, but it could end up in a loss. And that's what somebody cannot see. I feel like the same person, okay, so this could be the thing where the same person, even if it's not a Libra, but justice did come out. If it's the same person, they're telling you not to focus on money, but they wish they had it. Because this is like loss. And like the Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups is like loss and changes. And okay, so it looks like the lesson in this scenario would be to at least care about it in case of emergencies or in case something switches up or changes. Okay, let's see. What is the loss here? Yeah, focus. Literally, somebody was focused or determined or focused on a career path here. All right, what are we? This, yeah, I feel like this is what this is. What energy should you be in, Pisces? Because I don't know if you should listen to that advice. I feel like it's not always about like always chasing money or like that's all you're going to focus on. Like, of course, there's other elements of life. You know, you don't want to get to a point where you're only focused on money and you're not taking care of your health or you're not spending time with your kids, your family. But I feel like there needs a, you know, there needs to be a balance in everything. That also is what Libra is. It's balance. So I feel like, you know, you need a balance with anything. Everything needs to be in moderation because something can change in a blink of an eye and you need more money or, you know, emergencies, things like that. So you know, find a balance with that is what I'm getting. This could be what you're saying with voice, judgment. What energy should you be in here, Pisces? Yeah, peace and innovation. I would, yeah, an attitude. I feel like too, this is a perspective. So like you'll have a lot of like, let's think about it like this, right? You got a lot of rich people that'll say, well, oh, money didn't buy me happiness, or you'll know rich people that are sad and things like that. But when it comes down to it, if they get sick, they have the money to take care of themselves. If their mother gets sick, they have the money to put their mother in a good nursing home or a good health facility. Like something is like you still, money is still a function. If we're talking about manifestation or we're talking about being able to create things, money is a tool. So you do still need money to do things. It doesn't mean that you sometimes you don't need a lot of money, but you do still need the money to do something. So I feel like the advice of don't focus on money, of course, like you don't want to get addicted because you also don't want to be the type of person that will do anything for money. So it's like I feel like this is about you finding a balance in that energy. Um Now, if your advice is peace, somebody is warning you, right? Somebody is telling you superstition. So somebody is telling you to be worried. I feel like you should not be worried about the fact that you care about your finances or you may care about how much something is spent on something. I'm also getting two let's see what perspective is. Let's continue clarifying for you too. What else does this have to deal with? Let's see. What else does this have to deal with here? Welcome, Andrea. Yes, Andrea. Okay, the Father of Coins. Yeah, I feel like what this has to deal with is somebody being able to take care of their health, themselves, calming themselves down as well. So somebody could be like, say this was a person that has a lot of money. They're like, yeah, you don't want a lot of money because you'll go do blah, blah, blah. Or like how people say money is the root of all evil. That kind of depends on the person. I feel like a person who does evil things with their money or when they get it, they were going to do that anyway. Or like when I get the Father of Coins, this is about calming yourself down, centering yourself, saving your money, using a resource wisely, knowing what to do with something. All right, so what is the person's perspective that's warning you? Yeah, the Star card. So this is built on their experience, or it's the outside looking in. Yeah, there's the worry, there's the Nine of Swords, and then there's the Death card. It's like they're constantly worrying about losing it or something changing. They could even feel like they spend so much time focused on money that like they may feel like they're running out of time. All right, so what would be your perspective? Your advice is peace. So what would be your perspective here? Yeah, the Chariot. So You have Aquarius and the Chariot. These are two different energies. I mean, the Star and the Chariot is what this is. They got different names in this deck. This is the Hoodoo deck. But this is Aquarius and Cancer. So I feel like, too, they feel like something makes you fixed or stuck, or because Aquarius is ruled by Saturn. That's a fixed sign. Something is restricting. But you're like, well, it helps me to move forward, or you know, it's not restricting. It helps me to move up, elevate, move forward. This isn't just the end of something. All right, yeah. So yeah, that's what your reading is about. But you do have peace. I feel like it's okay for you to be focused on the money that you want to focus on, or focus on the idea that you want to focus on. Um, let's see what the Eight of Swords is. Justice. Oh, you know what else too? I just gotta say this, but this is because it depends on what you guys are watching for. Justice and the Eight of Swords can be jail. If you're dealing with any court cases and you're wondering if money matters in a court case, yes, it does. If that's what you're wondering, it does. It 100,000,000% does. If you gotta do anything with court, please, if you can afford the lawyer, pay for the lawyer. We can get into that for another time. All right, what's the outcome for you, Pisces? I just had to throw that out there because I saw Justice and Eight of Swords. What's the outcome for you? Yeah, confidence and hustle. You should care about that. Yes. Self-esteem. That could be what it is. I feel like somebody doesn't want to pay you, or they can't afford something, but there is nothing in the world that is free. There is nothing in the world that you won't need money for. There are very few problems that money cannot fix. Even if you're unhealthy and you can afford to be unhealthy at the beach. Okay. It's very different than being unhealthy with no food and no water and no car. It's a very different feeling. So either way, please pay attention to resources. It is a resource. Money is a resource. All right, Pisces, that was your reading. Scorpio is next. Let's do Scorpio. All right, if you're on TikTok, make sure that y'all, come on over to YouTube and subscribe. You said the love for money is the root of all evil. I don't know if that's really the root of all evil either, honestly. I just think people are evil. If a person is evil, they're going to be evil. They're going to be evil if they broke. All right, Scorpios. What's the energy surrounding the Scorpios? I know a lot of broke, evil people. You got nothing to do with money. All right, I feel like people tell y'all that so you don't try to get some money. Get the money. Money is a necessity. All right, Scorpios. What's the center of the reading for the Scorpios? Welcome, y'all. Okay, peace. So I don't know if you're dealing with that, Pisces. But we're talking about peace, calming, balancing ourselves. We're not overthinking. We're not worrying. All right, what role do you play here, Scorpios? What role do you play here, Scorpios? Okay, luck. All right, so you have an opportunity. You're right on time, right on schedule. You're in a good position. You're in a good location. This is giving me like right place, right time energy. Or you are also an opportunity for another individual. All right, so let's see. What other energy should you be in at this time, Scorpios? I'm also getting you still have time. If you feel like you're running out of time, you still have time to do something. All right, so the energy you should be in is style, inspiration. So these are the cards I literally just pulled in the Pisces reading. It was the Cancer and Aquarius. Let me get one more. Change, you. All right, that's Scorpio. I feel like you need to be around, if these are people, it would benefit you to be around a Cancer and an Aquarius. And you've got self-love. Yeah, I feel like you still have time to do something dealing with a Cancer and an Aquarius, or dealing with, I'm getting like family members, people from your childhood, people from your past. Like this would be like a family type of thing. Okay, what are we at peace with here? So you still have time. All right, we've got courage, pride. Let me get one more. Courage again. All right, so something has a lot to do with a lack of worries or a lack of fear. But if you are wondering, you do still have time. Let's use this deck. That was the first deck I was going to grab. All right, you're in the right place at the right time. Aquarius is also like groups of people. So this could be the people around you, co-workers, neighbors. Maybe you're in the right place to network, things like that. All right, let me get 8 cards here. Yeah, King of Pentacles. You still have time. Literally, the time is in your hands. The ball is in your court. Got the Tarot card, 9 of Pentacles, the Hierophant. I'm also getting to the rules and the regulations are very clear. You know what to do. The instructions are very clear on what to do in this scenario or how to use this opportunity. Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles. You have a lot of Pentacles. Damn, the Queen of Pentacles. And the Magician. You're like, right, what? This is like perfect almost. I feel like literally somebody is telling you the only rule is to control your emotions. That's the only thing I see. The only rule to something or the only thing that's missing from you being able to do something is your mentality over how you feel. Ooh, my nose. Okay, let's see. So these are like you're given very clear instructions on something. What is this? What else are you being told here? You could also be dealing with, you have the Hierophant here. It could be a Taurus involved. Ooh, my nail's in the way with these cards today. Let's see. I like these cards like that. It's like they're not shuffling. All right, let's see. So what is this right here? Okay, so you might the 6 of Pentacles of World. You got even more Pentacles. So I feel like the key to making something work right now is to put the money into it or you're going to be able to afford something. If you're wondering, you're able to afford this, it works. Or somebody's like, yeah, here's the paperwork, just pay here, blah, 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 boom, it's completed. Like literally, that's all it is. Something is complete. You got all these Pentacles again. What is this about? All right, but yeah, the rules are right there. You're lucky to be in this position. Let's see what else. What else is going well for you with luck here? Thank you for following. Welcome. Okay, ambition. So maybe this is your job. Maybe you got to fill out some paperwork at your job or you're going to be able to afford something at work here. It's right there. What are you going to be able to complete or what's going to be brought to an end here? You're going to be able to finish something up. Okay, something that you were stuck dealing with. It could be even a mindset. What were you trapped with or stuck dealing with here? Intuition, sexuality, love, and strength. That's odd. I don't know what that has to do. Okay. Let's see. What were you stuck dealing with here? This could be a mentality too with the Gemini card coming out. Yeah, you were stuck in a cycle, the Wheel of Fortune. You're right here. You're luck. But I feel like you were repeating something or you didn't realize you were lucky. Maybe that could be the connectivity. You don't realize or you're not thinking that you're lucky or you don't feel like you have an opportunity, but you do. Yeah, there's the Empress. Like something very well could be done or fixed or created. So if you're wondering if you can't do it, you can. Maybe you don't want to pay for the resource or you don't want to pay for this, but I feel like you should. Whatever this is, it works out for you. There is still time to do something. Maybe you need to hear like, maybe you're at a certain age and you feel like you're old or something like that, but it's like until you're dead, it's like you got time to do something or like maybe that's what you need to hear. You're not too old. But I feel like you're right. The Wheel of Fortune is a major arcana. Like you're right in the center of something. You're right there. You're right on time. What is the outcome for you, Scorpios? Let's see. What's the outcome for the Scorpios? Luck again. I mean, luck, voice, confidence. You may be in a space where you can talk to somebody about this, or you're in a good position with the 9 of Pentacles coming out twice. Yeah, voice. It's almost like you're meeting like the right person at the right time. You're gonna get good information. What are y'all gonna be able to discuss here? Like, this is the perfect setup almost. So this looks like a restructuring. I pulled mood, so it looks like somebody's able to pull you out of something or help you with something. All right, that was interesting. That's cool. That's Scorpio. All right, Taurus. Taurus is up next. We're going kind of fast today. I wasn't trying to rush. If y'all are on TikTok, y'all can join also on YouTube and watch this later. It'll be time stamped. All right, Taurus. I told y'all also, don't get scammed on TikTok. Oh, I know you lying. I thought I was live on Twitch that whole time. All right. Whoopsies. Okay. All right, Taurus. That's okay. It'd only be like 3 people on there. Okay. You said you need help and guidance. These are general, just to let you know. We're doing it by zodiac sign. So far, guys, if you're on TikTok, you can watch these on YouTube. We did Sag, Pisces, and Scorpio. We're going to do Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Leo, Aries, Libra. And then we're still missing some signs. So if you didn't hear your sign, drop it in the chat. I think we only got 9 signs. So we're missing 3 of them. All right, Virgos. Let's see. Pisces is at 23 minutes on my YouTube. My YouTube is the same username. So it is EeshUrHeartOut on there too. All right, let's see. Taurus. Sorry, Taurus. What's the center of the reading for the Tauruses? Center of the reading for the Tauruses. Okay, innovation. We're coming out with a lot of creativity here. A lot of manifestation. Sometimes manipulation. But it could be manifestation or creating something. All right. What's being created in your reading, Taurus? I gotta turn that alarm off. All right, let's see. What's being created here? Okay, we got angel and fight. Okay, so somebody's going to try to manipulate a Sagittarius to be conflicted. Okay, Sag, do not be distracted by emotions if there's a Sag that's watching this. So something is purposely being done to manipulate a Sagittarius into fighting or an emotional outburst. Okay, I don't know. Good luck with that. I don't know. I can't speak for all Sags, but it'd take a lot to make me mad. All right, what role do you play here, Taurus? If you have a Sag placement, Taurus, that is what somebody wants to do. Like if you have a Sag rising, or specifically a Sag rising, because that's out in public, somebody could be trying to make you fight. All right. So your pride, okay? So you're doing something out of pride or ego. Like I said, if this is you, you may already know, like, okay, they're trying to distract me, but that is literally what something is made to do. All right, what other energy should you be in here for yourself, Taurus? Okay, so you should be in resistance. What should you resist? Versatility, respect, and luck. Okay, Taurus, you came out in the Scorpio reading. You did. The Hierophant was there and Scorpio was luck. Do not do this. You want to, if you, especially with versatility, I don't know if you want to marry a Scorpio or you want to have sex with a Scorpio, have a baby, or you want to work with them. I would not do this. That's kind of odd. Okay, let's see. All right, but the point of something I feel like is to get a Sagittarius to fight or argue. Okay, you know what I want to say as well? Last night when I did the members only love readings, Sagittarius came out in the Scorpio reading. So if you're dating a Scorpio or something like that, something is manipulated. It is done like that to make a Sag fight or argue. So I don't know, but let's see. I don't know. I'm just reading the cards. All right, so let's get 8 cards. So don't get distracted by your... Okay, so we're starting out by the 4 of Cups. It looks like somebody is ignoring something. They don't want something. Yeah, the 7 of Swords. I feel like that's the manipulation part. Literally, like something is manipulated to make somebody emotional. That looks like... I feel like it's visible. It's like, yeah. You know what that reminds me of too? You know how like... It reminds me of like Blueface, because I don't understand how the women still get mad, because it's so intentional that like, how can you get mad at him? It's so blatantly obvious that he's trying to make them mad. It's something like that. Like when I be watching it, I'm like, how can you get mad at that? You know he's doing that to make you mad. Like it's almost like... But anyway, let me focus. Ooh, thank you. That's cute. Thank you. All right, so the 4 of Cups, 7 of Swords, the 9 of Pentacles, the King of Cups. We got the 5 of Swords, so now we got some spite. The 5 of Pentacles. There's the Temperance. Literally, something is centered around a Sagittarius. Something is to make them fight or argue. Somebody wants a Sagittarius to say something or react. I mean, that is literally the only major arcana that came out is the Temperance. So Tauruses, if you have a Sag placement, this is what somebody's trying to do. Like if you're a Sag rising, they want you to get mad in public or... Okay. Sorry that this is your reading, because that's like about a completely different person or something. Okay. Maybe like if you're watching somebody and you're wondering, right? Like say you're a Taurus and you're watching me. I'm a Sag, I do tarot. Like I already know that the trolls are here to get me to argue or to fight, or like we know that. Like if you do content creation, you know that. Or I mean, what else could this even be? It's almost it's like very obvious, I guess. Or okay, what is the Temperance doing for themselves, or what is this energy doing for themselves? Their resistance. That was their advice, was to resist rebellion anyway. What else are they resisting here for themselves? Yeah, superstition. They're not concerned about something. Okay, what are they not worried about? Yeah, okay, so I'm getting with the truth. They can kind of see it. This is an energy where you can see what's going on, and I literally just told y'all this. So I feel like maybe you need to hear it. I don't... That's kind of odd. What is the energy between you and the Sagittarius? Who are they to you? Change. I guess is a Scorpio involved, or like what? That's what I'm trying to figure out, what that has to do with you. Why is it necessary to get somebody to be triggered? Why do we need to trigger this person? Okay, knowledge. So maybe they know something. Maybe they're... You know who else? You know who else they do this to? Like, I don't know if y'all watch the Joe Budden podcast. Mark Lamont Hill is a Sagittarius, and he's pretty intelligent. Like he's a professor or a doctor, whatever. So it's like, you know, and he's like an activist and all that. So it's something like that. It's like somebody knows something, or they have information, or they're intelligent. So they're going to try to get somebody to argue and get them emotional. That's probably, I guess, that looks like that's all somebody has. Like, this is the only major card, so they're that important. Okay, what? And this, like I said, it could be y'all, Taurus. Y'all got, you got that placement. So what does this person have information about? Voice, healing, innovation. So I feel like they stop other people from getting manipulated. That's what that looks like to me. Or they're talking about something, they speak on it. I guess that's the only way to make somebody look I don't know. I guess they try to make it look crazy. So yeah, that's your reading. Or if you're involved in this, somebody is doing something, maybe they're using you to make somebody angry. Why? I don't, okay. Yeah. So I feel like if this is a Scorpio, I don't know if a Scorpio is still watching or not, but it's like they were luck. So they should use their luck or their time more wisely. Like, why? I don't know who's doing that, or who's doing that. It looks like they're doing it because the person's ignoring them. Mood, spirituality, and peace. Sag came out as spirituality. They're like mad that somebody is spiritual. They're like literally somebody is mad that a Sagittarius is spiritual and peaceful or calm. And so they are manipulating a Sagittarius to get distracted by their emotions or get them to be emotional. So I mean, unfortunately, your whole reading is about somebody else. So where are you at in this reading, Taurus? Unless, like I said, I'll say it again, y'all, y'all might have the placement. All right, where are you at in this reading, Taurus? So you're coming out as a Two of Pentacles. Yep, there it is again. Chariot, the Temperance, the Wheel of Fortune, Scorpio. So if you're wondering if you have anything to do with a Scorpio placement, that's the point. Like, they want to get a Sag, Cancer mad. Scorpio's advice was Cancer. They had the Chariot. So I feel like they should move on, or yeah, that's what it is. I feel like you have something to do with it, or somebody's using you to do that or something. All right. Well, that was your reading. Sorry that was... Maybe you need to see that because it might occur to you. Maybe you need to, I don't know, witness that or see that. Hopefully the Sagittarius are still watching so that you know that. I'm going to make a disclaimer. I'm going to watch the Taurus reading. Okay. Virgo is next. Virgo is next. Thank you very much, Elena. You said Scorpios are messy. And I told y'all the Scorpio love reading I did yesterday. Something was about Sagittarius. You said my hair is nice and natural. This is a perm, but thank you. I have a perm. I used to be natural. I was natural until like 4 months ago. And I had an afro. But it was hot. And I always wanted a pixie cut, so I cut it off. Oh, you said no weaves? Oh. No, I don't have a weave, but thank you. All right, so let's see. Virgo. Yeah, it was hot. I'm down in Texas, so it had to go. All right, let's see. I did miss my natural hair when I had braids, though. Natural hair with braids is way easier. All right, Virgos. What's the center of the reading for the Virgos? What's the center of the reading for the Virgos? All right, love. All right, love, relationships, being generous to somebody, being kind, things like that. All right, what role do you play here, Virgo? Your superstition. So you're worried, or you could be nervous about something. Okay. You're concerned about something. What are you concerned about here, Virgos? What are you worried about? I didn't do Gemini yet. Oh, wait. You might be. Are you the first Gemini? Did I write Gemini? You're the first person to ask for Gemini. So we go in order of first come, first serve. So yeah. All right, so right now you're concerned with something. You're thinking about it a lot. Okay, what are you worried about or concerned about here, Virgos? Potential. I think Pisces came out as potential. That was one person. Or you're worried about what something can become, or you're nervous about whether or not something has potential to grow. All right. What energy should you be in here, Virgos? You're like, does that have, what is that going to become? Or let's look at potential real quick, and then, because we'll figure out if you have the right to be worried. All right, so let's see. Oh, you were born in Austin, Texas. Okay, shout out to Austin. I'm in Houston, but I'm from the DMV. We got Taurus, and we did Taurus just now. It's up on my YouTube, and we got Leo on the list. You said that you miss Aries. You might be the first. Oh, no, we got Aries. So let me, real quick, y'all. Sorry, Virgos, so that people can know, because we like at a halfway mark. So far, if you are on TikTok, you can watch this up on YouTube, y'all. And then after I'm done, I will have it time stamped. But Sag is on you. So we did Sag at 7 minutes, Pisces at 23 minutes, Scorpio at 37 minutes, Taurus at 46, and now we're on Virgo. You're the, I see Cancer, you're the first Cancer. So now we're on Virgo. We're going to do Capricorn, Leo, Aries, Libra, Gemini, Cancer. I think Aquarius is the last one. I think Aquarius is the last one there. Okay. All right, so I'm sorry. So the center of the reading is love. Okay, Virgos, right now you're concerned or you're worried about potential. You're worried about what something has a potential to become, or whether or not something has a potential to grow. All right, so what does something have the potential to become here? Let's see. Somebody could be worried about their own child. All right, but what does something have the potential to come? What is the actual... Okay, so this can be a potential loss, mood. All right, it can be a potential loss is what I'm getting, or it might make you, if you're wondering, it can affect your emotions, specifically if it's love. It, you know, I mean, anything can go bad. Okay, what might be the regret here? Or the loss? Power, finesse, and fluidity. Okay, so you just have to know that something does, yeah, mood. Okay, yeah, something can be a loss here. If you're wondering about like a conversation between you and another person, I feel like the way that something is being said with power can cause somebody to be regretful, sad. It can hurt somebody's feelings. Is kind of what I'm getting. Okay. What energy should you be in here, Virgos? Okay, so you've got respect and voice. Okay, so if you're, all right, this is about talking to somebody. First of all, say something respectfully. Yes, you can, you know, hurt somebody's feelings with what you're saying. You need to respect what somebody has to say themselves. I'm also getting, if you know something about it, if you talk to a Taurus or something like that, and they've given you advice on this scenario, I would listen to them. Yeah, voice, fight, love. Yeah, there's defense and superstition. Somebody is going to try to get you not to worry about something. Okay, I mean, if the center of it is love and this is about a relationship or something, I mean, you're going to have ups and downs, or like something's going to have its ups and downs or something like that. Thank you. I appreciate that. You're a Sag with a Virgo mom. All right, so let's see. You say you need to be more gentle. Virgos can say things pretty harshly. If that's what we're talking about. If that's the case, if that's the question. Okay, the Temperance. So Sag is coming back out. All right, the King of Swords. So we talked about Sagittarius resisting. They were told to resist rebellion. Also in the Taurus reading, they resist worrying about something or resisting an argument. Yeah, there's the Page of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles. if a Sag is involved, that Sag is resisting dealing with some sort of lack or loss. But I feel like they actually looked into something, the way that this looks. Just the way that that looks from their perspective, it looks like they did research on something. They looked into it. Maybe how much time, energy, effort something takes. All right, there's the Three of Wands. There's the Judgment again, 10 of Wands, and then the Star. All right, so there could be something dealing between a Sag and an Aquarius energy. All right. This looks like something, they realized something needed to be restored. What is the Temperance doing here in your reading? You guys can have these placements as well. So real quick before I even proceed, if I bring out a sign and you're like, I don't know a Sag, I don't know an Aquarius, you may have that. You know, you may be an Aquarius rising, Aquarius moon, Sag rising, Sag moon, whatever. Y'all, you put it how you see fit. All right, so what in this energy, what is the Sag energy doing here? Looks like they're focused or something. Okay, we got personality. What are they saying about themselves? They're showing up as themselves. What part of their personality? Mystery. Okay, intuition and connectivity. All right, so they're talking about a connection between their intuition. What is their intuition telling them? Okay, fight. I just said that in the Taurus reading. Like word for word, bar for bar. I said that so a Sag already knows this then. Like outside this reading, they're like, yeah, that's a distraction, or somebody wants me to argue, somebody wants me to fight. Okay, so they already know that. It looks like, I feel like too, just the way this looks, it's like, yeah, I told you that. Like, they're gonna be like, yeah, I told you. Like, yeah, look, watch, I told you. That's what they want to do. They want to argue. Okay. They're literally here. They are arguing in this Five of Pentacles. The way this one is depicted. This is the Hoodoo deck. So they are arguing in that card. Okay. So that was, all right. Let's see Judgment. We see Voice. Let's see Judgment. Okay, skill. So now we got a Libra. Okay, what what is the lead? So that could be the person that's talking. What is the Libra saying in this case? Okay, confidence, potential, self-esteem. So they may be trying to say something to make somebody feel insecure or something. All right, we're gonna all right, so what is the Star card here? What's the Star card? All right, dominance and self-esteem, controlling their self-esteem. They don't care about feeling insecure. So this, okay, let's figure out. Again, it looks like everybody's reading is kind of like about other people's energy here. So where are you at down here, Virgo? Maybe you're the topic or something. See, you're the Five of Wands. You may have, maybe this worked on you. You're fighting, you're conflicted. You're arguing. If you're trying to argue with an individual with this energy, I feel like they already know that. So what are you conflicted about? Or what are you arguing about? For some of you, there's like an argument about, okay, there's a couple ways I could read this. There's an argument about a relationship, a marriage, having a home together. Okay, who are you arguing with in your reading? Is it the Ace of Cups, the Emperor, the Eight of Cups, yeah, the Seven of, I feel like it's almost like this is working on you and not someone else. Like it worked on you. So I feel like your reading is kind of like the effects of that Taurus reading. I don't know how they're connected. It will make sense later. Um, I don't know how each sign is connected, but the Sag already knows. They're like, yeah, you're trying to distract me. You want me to fight. You want me to argue. I feel like you're getting into an argument. I feel like if you get into an argument today, I'm getting an energy that it is orchestrated, or like that is what somebody wants you to do. Let's see. So why does somebody want to argue, or what are you guys arguing about? What is the competition about? Oh, Aquarius. Okay, I saw Aquarius. You may be conflicted with an Aquarius, arguing with an Aquarius, debating something with them. Even if you don't say anything to them, you're conflicted about this. Because I feel like there's a conflict about marriage, or a man in a home life. Okay. All right. What other energy should you be in Virgos? Yeah, temperance, pride. So the Sag is not going to fight. So maybe follow after their example, or kind of pay attention to that. All right, what's the outcome here for you, Virgos? Yeah, courage, versatility, and self-love. So control your emotions. This can also be a scenario where, and I've said this before, a lot of times people will get into arguments or fights to like prove a point, right? Like we're afraid to look stupid, or we're afraid to look like a punk or something like that. So don't, at a certain age, that just that just doesn't even, it really don't matter, but you know. Depends on what you're fighting for, I guess. Okay. That was Virgo. All right, Capricorn is next. Capricorn is next. No problem. Thank you. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate y'all. All right, Capricorns. All right, what is the energy surrounding the Capricorns here? What's the energy surrounding Capricorns? Spirituality. So that was the energy that Sagittarius is in. Sag and Capricorn are close, so this could easily be your energy as well. You may have like, Mercury rising, all that good stuff. But the center of the reading is spirituality, a spiritual belief system. This can be literally anything: religion, meditation, hoodoo, voodoo, whatever the belief system is. All right. All right, so what role do you play here? Let's see. What role do you play here? Voice. All right, so you're talking about something here, Capricorn. You're an important voice in this scenario. What are you saying? Let's see. You're saying what you see, vision. All right, now maybe you had a dream, or maybe you do your own tarot cards, or maybe maybe somebody's clairvoyant, clairaudient, things like that. But literally you're talking about what you see. You're talking about something you're envisioning. Okay, what do you notice, or what do you observe? What are you observing? Okay, dominance. You see what the dominant energy is. I did say Aquarius came out as dominance in the last reading, but you see that. You see what is being controlled. What's the dominant energy here? And we're going to see what it has control over. Okay, versatility. And what is it controlling? What is it dominating? Okay, passion. Interesting. All right, so I feel like a woman has control over sex. That's what we're talking about. A woman has control over sex, or they dominate. They could be using sensuality or sexuality to their advantage. I'm also getting you could be talking about mothers and children. You're talking about, yeah, mother controls whether or not that child follows after a goal or follows after a passion or puts energy into something. You're like, I feel like that's what you're talking about. Like a mother is controlling the child. All right. But I'm also getting to, if there's no children involved, it's just like a woman is their control. They control sex, or they have power over who they have sex with. Or, okay. So what is spirit? What element does spirituality have to do with this? How does spirituality affect this? You got humor, fight, and confidence. All right, so that looks like a spiritual belief system about sex and women or something like that. Okay, so what other energy should you be in here, Capricorns? I feel like, too, if it was the Sag, I just have to put that out there because they came out as spirituality. With humor, fight, and confidence, the Sag reading keeps being about how, so, or they kept coming out as like somebody trying to trigger their emotions. If it's a... I can't speak for every Sag, but I feel like if it's a Sag, they're laughing at the fight part. Like something, the fighting or the argument doesn't make somebody emotional. It's funny to them or something like that. But we'll see what else this is. All right, what other energy should you be in, Capricorns? Let's see. Leadership. All right, so I feel like if you're talking about this, you're going to lead people in this energy. What are you leading people to do here? Innovation. I feel like I feel like you're going to get women to like use their sensuality, sexuality to their advantage or something like that. And I'm saying that because this is the Empress. Like you're watching it, you're observing it. So I feel like you're like, yeah, start doing this, that, and the third. Or this could be something spiritual too, like manifestations. Okay, yeah, order. Okay. So I feel like, too, you're going to initiate something where you're teaching people how to create. Okay. Let's see what that is. Let's see. Got the 10 of Wands. There's the Judgment, the 3 of Wands. So somebody is literally waiting for someone to come up so that they can say something. Now, we know Sag is supposed to resist the 10 of Wands. They're not supposed to make something difficult. They're not supposed to rebel. It's like somebody is literally sitting there waiting for this individual to come up so they can say something. But your voice, there's the Temperance. So, okay. So I'm sorry, Sagittarius is coming out and everybody's reading today. So, okay, the Empress. Yeah, so maybe that's the person that you're watching. The Empress, or okay. So the Sag, the Empress, there's the Star, 5 of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles. So literally they are creating something. They're creating something and then they share it. I feel like, too, something that is more comfortable with the Empress energy. The Empress energy is comfort, beauty. I feel like that's what could be inspiring with the grandchildren, the Aquarius card. Okay. But you should be leadership. So you're watching this. You could be watching this person. All right, so let's see. All right, what is your energy down here, Capricorns? All right, so yeah, the Ace of Pentacles, you have, yeah, the Emperor. So you have created something, leadership and innovation. You've created something by watching this or observing this. You know that something can work. I feel like, too, if they're the Temperance and the Empress, they have control over something, but you're like, no, you also need to protect this. This could be within you guys. All right, let's clarify. Let's see what else we got. What is the Temperance doing in your reading? They're in everybody's reading here. All right, you guys, sexuality and hustle and guidance. Yeah, so talking about how to get money, receive money. If it's sexuality and hustle, and you're a woman, I personally, I don't date for free. That's just me. I can't speak for everybody. I will also say Sag men, they provide for women pretty well. Sag men don't have any issue with that. So that could, if it's a, even if it's a Sag man, they're like, yeah, you should take care of a woman, or you should do that. Like if this is what the conversation is about. I'm also getting to, if we're not talking about like dating or anything like that, somebody is partnering up and trying to, like, they could be partnering up with people, um, businesses, networking, things like that. They do. They are generous. They generous even when they don't like you. I dated the meanest little Sagittarius man, but he would give you some money. He made sure you had some food. So it just, even if they ain't nice, they will. They are the splurgers. But anywho, all right. So that's what Sag is doing. They're partnered up with somebody. They're okay. They share money, get money, whatever. Um, yeah. So they have control over something. They are dominating something here. All right. What was the Ten of Wands before? What was difficult, or because if this is this person, maybe you watched them grow or evolved, or something like that. Okay, mystery and style. They were trying to figure something out. They could have been trying to figure out what's going on in this scenario, or what direction to go in. What did they realize with the judgment that brought them to that stage here? Okay, they got courage. All right, transition and an ambition. All right, so there could be something where they could have also done something more professionally. They started to do something more professionally or whatever, started to work on something for themselves, because now if it's the lovers and hustle, they could be making money for it, or they incorporated like partnering up with people or something like that. Okay. Yeah, so leadership and innovation. If these are energies within you and you're wondering whether or not you're in a good position to teach or share, you are. You've kind of mastered it already. So let's see what you will be doing in leadership and innovation. I feel like too, you're going to come up with being the first person to do something here. You're going to come up with a good idea. One thing I'll say, Capricorn, if you come up with a really good idea today, I would start doing the research and the planning to go do it immediately. Like, start it as soon as possible. All right, so let's see. What else will you be doing in leadership and innovation? Yeah, see, literally, I just said, I feel like you're going to get information. 3 of Wands. So you have the idea, do some research, do planning for it. There's the King of Swords, and then the Moon. Yeah, the Hermit. So you do have the information to do it. You're going to have, who are you going to be able to lead here? The Magician's coming out again. All right. I feel like you could lead some other people that are working with you. You got the Knight of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. So this is something you've already mastered. These are other people that don't know how to do it. Or I feel like, too, somebody doesn't see the opportunity to do it. You know what? I'll give, like, one piece of advice, too. Like yesterday for me, now that I was able to do like YouTube partnerships, the last time when my channel was monetized, there was so much that I didn't look into, that I didn't see. So there's like say somebody did content creation, I'm able to go on there and request samples from certain companies. So I requested samples of things that I know that I'll be able to use during the video, market during the video. So it could be things like that. Like, it's something that maybe people don't see that they can do, like resources or things that they're not aware of. This could be something that you're really good at learning, because I'm seeing a lot of money too. So there could be something that you're good at with finances, money. Maybe you're going to lead somebody or teach somebody how to do that. But with leadership innovation, you will be the first person to create something. All right. So that's something where you may come up with an idea or come up with a product on your own. If this is about, like, say you don't want a business, because everybody doesn't want their own business. If this has anything to do with your job, you're going to be able to come up with like a better resume. You're going to be able to come up with something that helps you to get like an interview for a managerial position, supervisory position, things like that. All right. Even if you don't want to, you know, have, like, maybe you want multiple streams of income. So you have a job and this could be your side hustle that you do or something like that. All right. So that's your energy, Capricorns. All right. So Leo is next. Leo is next. So far, we did Sag, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And if you're up on TikTok, you can watch on YouTube, okay? Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, so Leo. Oh, you said you're drafting something right now, Capricorn, Venus. All right, so let's see. Oh, what I say? I was thinking about something, Leo. All right, so let's see. Hi, thank you, Rich. I appreciate that. Thank you for the follow. All right, so what's the center of the reading for the Leos here? Okay, luck. So Scorpio came out as luck. All right, so you could be dealing with a Scorpio or have Scorpio placements, but the center of your reading for you, I'm going to focus on you. You may want to watch it. The center of the reading for you is luck, time, opportunity, location. All right, so that's what we're talking about here. All right, so what role do you play here, Leos? Something is about time. It's all about time, location. Okay, yourself. Good. You're coming out as yourself. All right, you're right on time, right on schedule. All right, so what? Okay, you're being yourself, so don't change it. I feel like, too, with strength, this could be an energy where it's something that you have repetitively built up. You're sure of how to do it. You're good at doing it, so you're going to be able to employ this. So with luck, let's see, what is it time for you to do here, Leo? What is it time for you to do? Okay, so you've got peace, so you don't really have to worry. You've got peace in sexuality. If you're dealing with a Gemini, because for the last few days, I've been getting Leo and Gemini together a lot. I feel like there's no issue with a Gemini anymore. But you're able to be at peace. You don't have to overthink something. All right, so what are you able to be at peace with here, Leo? If you're wondering if you have time to rest, yes, you have time to rest. You don't have to rush something. Okay, emotions. All right, so yeah, calm your emotions down. Now, the last few days, Leo, you guys were triggered. I don't know if every Leo was, but some of you were triggered by a Sagittarius for they said no to something or they blocked something out. So I feel like you don't need to worry about that scenario at all. I feel like it's okay for you to calm down. All right, so you have peace and emotion. So try to calm yourself down. All right. With luck as well, you may, because if it does have something to do with a Sag and you wanted to work with them or something like that, you have your own opportunity is kind of what I'm getting. But so let's see. Let's get 8 cards. So this was the first card that came out in the Taurus reading too. So let's see. So they got the, okay, 4 of Cups, 9 of Wands, the 5 of Wands, the Magician. Literally. I literally said somebody is creating a fight with a Sagittarius. It looks like it didn't work. The Magician. Somebody is trying to literally create a competition or an argument. Something is supposed to make somebody feel left out or, okay. Okay, so now we have Justice. So there's Peace, the Daughter of Knives, the 6 of Cups, the Son of Knives. All right. Yeah, there is the Wheel of Fortune, luck. I'm going to put that there. Now, if we're dealing with a Scorpio, I feel like somebody is looking into that Scorpio. They came out as luck. They came out as opportunity. But we're paying more attention to time. I feel like the fact that like a fight was orchestrated or something was supposed to trigger somebody's emotions or this fight was made up. Now somebody's going to, or a distraction. Somebody's going to start paying more attention to time and opportunity. All right. So let's see what else. What is this right here? Yeah, power. So I feel like it's something that somebody is saying or... All right. What does it cause here with justice? I feel like it makes us look at the time. There was sexuality, leadership. Capricorn came out as leadership, and then respect. So what's going on here is, wait, let me get one more. Yeah, pride. Literally, I did tell Taurus not to fight or argue, but I'm getting where something is going backwards. We're rewinding. We're going backwards. And I say that because we're going from 11 to 10, and then we're also going from Gemini to Taurus. So it's like somebody has to go back to the drawing board. We're looking back at the time, the schedule. We're looking back at how something started. Okay. Let's see where you are in the strength here, Leo. So you're back to focusing more on yourself, but let's see what else you're doing here. We did Virgo back at 58 minutes. All right, so let's see. What are you doing in the strength card here? Yeah, the 4 of Wands, 5 of Wands, the 2 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles. So right now, you're partnered up. Something is stable. And then there's still some form of distraction about a relationship, but something's going stable for you with the 4 of Wands. Calm your emotions. Like that's why peace and emotion is here. Why is the 5 of Wands coming out twice? What is the conflict here? What's the 5 of Wands? Defiance. Okay, so this is like jealousy or hatred. What? Okay, what is the rule here? What was somebody supposed to do? So now we're arguing or fighting. I don't think that's you though. Oh, love. Ooh, okay. Literally, it's like love and hate or something. So what is somebody doing instead? They're like, yeah, I'm not going to do that out of love. I'm not going to be nice. I'm not going to be kind. Or we got finesse that popped out. What's going on instead here? Oh, passion. Okay, so if this is about sex, I feel like there's no love involved. It's sex. Or if it's about fighting or arguing, there nobody's being nice or kind or whatever. There's truth. I feel like, so this is, if this is about love and relationships, something is about like sex. There is no love, or in this case, I feel like somebody is supposed to make some sort of emotional sacrifice, but they would rather have sex. I don't know where that came from. I don't know what that I don't know if you're doing this or that has anything to do with you. But you do have peace. You're just supposed to be calm and not worry about it. You know what else too? What I will say this in a positive way, because that comes off negative, but there are a lot of people who make sacrifices in love for people that they are not attracted to, or for relationships that they do not desire. So I feel like if that's what the center of this is, it's like if you're not attracted to somebody, you don't have to date them. I feel like that's what's going on. Because that's why you have peace and emotion. It's like, I'm not going to get emotional. It's not about an emotional outburst, or it's not about getting upset. I don't have to make a emotional sacrifice, or I don't have to make somebody feel better about themselves. This is what I actually desire, or this is what I'm actually attracted to. All right. But don't forget, you're being yourself. So if you have like an internal conflict about that and you're just dating whoever you're attracted to, continue doing that. All right. What other energy should you be in along with peace here? Yeah. See, fight, connectivity, and intuition. Personality. That's interesting. It's like a distraction, almost like makes your intuition kick in. Don't let somebody kind of challenge what you desire. It's like, if this is not about sex and love, right? It's like, no, this is what I want, or this is what I'm trying to achieve. Why do I need to change that to make you feel better? Like almost like a code switch type of energy, or like, I'm not going to say something to comfort you. This is what I actually want to do, or this is what I actually want to desire, or this is what I actually desire. Okay, what's the outcome for you, Leos? But the center of something is time, or a Scorpio. Yeah, you got order, courage, transition, and knowledge. All right, so I feel like there's going to, because something is going to be more organized, doing more research on something, we are going to be able to transition that and use that information that we planned, or use the information that you got here. So, yeah. All right, you're being yourself, Leo, so don't, I wouldn't change it up. All right, so let's see. That was Leo. Aries is next. Aries is next. Again, if you just now joined on TikTok, this will be up on YouTube, time-stamped, and don't get scammed. I won't DM you. I have to tell y'all on TikTok because that's where all the scammers are. Ooh. And so far, excuse me, y'all. So far, we did Sag, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Leo. And then we're going to do Aries, Libra, Gemini, Cancer, and Aquarius. All right, so, yeah. I was taking this liquid collagen, but I think it was making me tired, so I stopped taking it. I think it was making me sleepier. All right, Aries, what's the center of the reading for the Aries here? What is the center of the reading for the Aries? Potential. All right, that came out in a couple of the readings. I believe it did come out in Pisces, but something has potential. But this can be an actual physical message here. All right, so what does something have the potential to become? Okay, we got style, healing, and voice. All right, so somebody is going to start speaking up for themselves. Somebody could also have like a literal healing voice. They have a great speaking voice, or they may be like, want to be a motivational speaker. Ooh, it's a little gnat. Or, or somebody may be a good singer, things like that. Okay, so something has a potential to heal. All right. What role do you play here, Aries? Okay, emotions. So right now, something you're feeling a lot of emotions. Your emotions may be up and down. All right, what could be triggering your emotions right now, Aries? You got courage. Okay, courage and potential. All right, so somebody sees their own potential here. Okay, so what emotions are you feeling right now? You got sexuality, could be energy with, so I'm getting Gemini, you got versatility and order. You may want to partner up with somebody because they're tapping into their own potential here. And I'm saying that because I can see that. Or if you don't want to partner up with the person, it's like you can see somebody kind of tapping into their own potential, and you're kind of wanting to make a decision to get on that path, and you want something to be organized or like more planned here. Okay, what other energy should you be in, Aries? Okay, so you've got spirituality and then ambition. What, now literally that combination is very literal, like spiritual work. Maybe you need to do affirmations or sit with yourself, meditate, figure out what kind of, what you want to do. I feel like too, having faith in something that you can build on, having faith in something that you can work on. What element, how will spirituality also help you here? And then we'll see what element of spirituality or what kind. Okay, sexuality is what you kind of want to do. So I feel like it's like a situation where, okay, I can see this because I know people's moon signs. All right, so one way that I would see this is you want to partner with somebody of the opposite sex. That's one way. Or whatever gender that person is, you're not used to listening to that type of person or partnering with that type of person. But I feel like also spirituality will help you make a decision. Spirituality will also help you with a clear mind here in this scenario. So Sag came out as spirituality, and I think Capricorn has spirituality too. So either a Sag or a Capricorn, maybe they will, I don't know, give you some type of motivational advice or something like that. What element of spirituality do you need to tap into or use at your own disposal? Okay, so you've got respect and mystery. Let me get one more. And an inspiration. Interesting. So you got Taurus, Aquarius energy. In the Taurus reading, Sag did come out, but maybe you want to watch the Taurus reading. But I feel like with spirituality, you need to, with respect, there's like certain rules and regulations to a spiritual endeavor here. I feel like literally just have respect for spirituality or come up with like an actual system or a ritual for yourself. What do I don't mean like no crazy ritual either. So don't be in the comments talking about no nonsense. But like a ritual is something like, okay, you're going to journal every morning. Or, okay, I'm going to light a candle. I'm going to sit. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to write my ideas down every morning. I'm going to pull a card every morning. So something like that. All right, but let's see. Let's get 8 cards. Also, if you're wondering, maybe for yourself, spirituality would be a good thing for you to tap into. Readings, Reiki healing, astrology, like zodiac charms, zodiac purses, what, you know, something like that. Maybe something herbal. It could be, you know what, too? Respect is Taurus. So I don't know if you're wondering about like herbal medicines or holistic, like something holistic here. All right, so let's get 8 cards. You got the 7 of Cups, the 4 of Swords. Okay, so also real quick, this combination, I feel like there's going to be something about a dream. You need to write your dream down. Pay attention to your dream. I will pull a card for it. I like to use dream moods. Hey, excuse me. Hey, on Twitch. All right, 6 of Cups, the Ace of Wands, Queen of Swords, 3 of Wands. Here's the Empress. That's what you kind of want to decide to do. The Judgment. There's the 7 of Swords. Somebody, okay, so if we're talking about spirituality, the Empress did come out in the Capricorn reading. It could be a Capricorn. It's either a Capricorn or a Sag, but this is about telling somebody what's going on, like letting somebody know, like, yeah, you need to pay attention to this or this strategy is not working. I feel like you, and this is not, I'm not even being funny. I feel like you need a reading from somebody. Even if you don't, I'm not. And the reason I don't want to say it like that, because people be trying to act like, you know, you always scamming and begging and shit. But whatever reader you go to, or even if you have your own cards, pull your own cards or something. Because there's something that you're missing, or there's something that you're not realizing. I feel like too, the spiritual element comes from a woman in this case. I see a lot of feminine energy. You got the Queen of Swords, the Empress. So the spiritual element that you need, it actually comes from a woman, no matter what your gender is or no matter what you're normally used to listening to. Where are you at in these 8 cards here? So you're the 7 of Wands. Oh. In the Sagittarius reading, their reading was defense and vision. And Sagittarius came out as spirituality. So you may be the block or you can't see something. Hold on, let me write that down. So y'all need to... Hold on. It's like you can't see something? Okay. What are you blocking out here, Aries? Yeah, the Queen of Swords. Again, if this is within yourself, right? We're talking about you've got sexuality in the Empress. If this is within yourself, the Queen of Swords is an element that cuts things off. They cut things off when things no longer are working out, or they separate from things, or they're very clear cut, straight to the point. If you're dealing with somebody outside of you, it's like you don't want to hear the reality part. Yeah, there's the Death card. You're blocking out some sort of change. Eight of Wands in the world. You don't want something to be over, or you don't want to cut something out. Or you're blocking yourself from seeing. You're the block of the vision or something like that. Okay. What can't you see, or what is it hard for you to understand right now? What can't you see? You need to cut something off. You've got resistance. What are you blocking? And then we need to see what needs to be cut out. Yeah, this is the vision part. Okay, that was the vision part that was... What do you need to put to an end here? Or like you can't see something through to the end, but what do you need to cut off or end? You could be dealing with a Scorpio. Resistance. That it's like you're okay, let's figure out what you should be doing, because it's like that's what's going on. Okay. What are you resisting here? The moon. Yeah, the world again. And then the fool. You don't... so like if this is about maybe a project or something like that, like you don't want something to end so you can start something new. You just don't want to cut something off. Or what are you holding on to? I don't know if you're holding on to something. The Wheel of Fortune. It could be a Scorpio. You have the Death card and the Wheel of Fortune. It could be a Scorpio, or something is like taking a long time. I wouldn't waste too much time on something. What are you spending a lot of time on here? You created something. Versatility, hustle, leadership, but then there's defiance. You created something, you're putting money into it. It could be a business idea or something like that, but then you go against it. Defense. But I mean defiance, I'm sorry. So the element of spirituality that you need is respect. So I feel like you may not respect spirituality. Maybe you don't respect your own spiritual gifts or spiritual belief systems, or it's like you end up going against your plan, or you go against your own strategy or something like that, and it ends up not working out. Yeah, defense. Your defense. Okay, we'll see what that is. That's an odd reading. Yes, I'm doing readings, Twitch person. All right, so Libra is next. Let's see here. So Libra, your energy did come out in a Sag reading. So I pulled the justice in a couple of hard readings, but I don't remember. But I know I pulled skill in that reading. Okay. All right, Libras. Let's see what the center of your reading is. Let's see. All right, what's the center of your reading, Libras? Let's see. Center of the Libra reading today. Truth. Okay. So we see the truth. It's obvious. We can see it. Okay, truth about what? Okay, the truth about change. All right. Oh, we said, so in the Sag reading, it came out with innovation, change, and luck. I feel like this could be something about a Scorpio here, possibly. The truth about change. That's what's going on. All right, what role do you play here, Libras? So your love. So you're doing something romantic. You're being nice, generous, kind. You're being loving. Okay. All right. What energy should you be in here, Libras, for yourself? What other energy? Okay. Personality. What part of your personality should you show? Okay. Humor. All right, humor. We got intuition and guidance. All right, so I don't know if you got an intuitive gift. All right, yeah, there's angel and spirituality. So Sag had this energy. They were in spirituality. All right, you're supposed to be in humor. All right, let's figure out what you're doing out of love here then. All right, what are you doing out of love for somebody, Libra? You're in love or you're focused on love. What are you doing out of love here? Okay, strength, superstition, and resilience. So there's something where a Leo is worried about something being difficult here. You're dealing with a Leo. Somebody is dealing with a worry. Okay. I feel like a Leo is warning you that something is difficult to handle or difficult to deal with. All right, let's see what else. Who are you doing something out of love for? Okay, mood, fight, defense, and strength. If a Leo warned you about something you didn't like, that you're not listening to that Leo, or it's like a Leo warned you about a love situation or something like that, but you don't want to listen to that. You kind of want to do what you want to do. Mood, fight, and defense is like that's a lot. That's a crazy energy. Okay, let's see. Let's see what's going on. Now, when you were in the Sag, there was like a combination of like a blockage and vision, not being able to see something. So let's make sure you can see. There you go, Libra. All right, let's get 8 cards. Let's see. Okay, looks like you're okay. So 6 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups. You could be spending money on somebody. There's the 3 of Swords, but then there's like a disappointment. There's the King of Wands, truth. The Queen of Wands. Again, I said you came out in Sag reading. This could be a Leo. Somebody sees the truth, so they're going to say it. There's the 7 of Swords. So now we got a liar or a sneaky sneakster. All right. The 6 of Cups. And then the 3 of Wands. What is this? You got 6, 6, and 3, 3s. So somebody is giving something to somebody. They're paying for whatever. 3 of Cups, 3 of Swords. I'm not going to lie. This is about like, this could be cheating, breakups and reconnections. But I feel like there's a scenario where there's more than one person. Okay, there's the truth. So we see the truth about change. We got the Queen of Wands. Somebody's being honest. But then we have another 7 of Swords, and that's not really working. The 6 of Cups and the 3 of Wands. What? So what are you doing out of it's like you're doing something to be nice or kind, but I don't think you really want it or something. Part of me sees you being nice or whatever, generous, so that somebody waits. It looks like you want somebody to wait for you. Oh, you got 3 3s. Okay, Libras. All right, so where are you at in this read? What's your energy down here? You're in the 6 of Cups, probably. The 8 of Swords. Oh, you are the person that cannot see. You can't see something. You're in a trap perspective. The 8 of Swords. So that's why you came out in a Sag reading. Okay. That makes more sense. 3 again. Okay, so you're in the 8 of Swords. You have a trap mindset. Okay, a trap mindset about what here, Libra? Spirituality, possibly, with the Hangman, or a trap mindset about waiting. You could be dealing with a Pisces, but you have a mindset about waiting here. Yeah, see, this is, I feel like there is a perspective about maybe how you view the lover's card. Like, say somebody does their own tarot, it's how you view the lover's card. Or you have a trap mindset about a Pisces and a Gemini. I'm also getting to, you have a trap mindset about what it means to be successful. You could be equating that with love, or let's clarify it. Okay, so maybe this is what you're constantly thinking about is love or relationships or something like that. So what do you have a trap mindset about with the Eight of Swords? Yeah, resistance, the Hangman. If this is something sexual, maybe you think, oh, if I wait, then they're going to love me. Or what are you resisting? It's like you're purposely waiting. What are you resisting here? Finesse, skill, and then order. You're not, okay, so you're not intentionally planning something for yourself. You're resisting planning something for yourself. What are you able to get? Like, because order is like organizing something, planning something. So out of love, right? I feel like you're not planning something for yourself. Like, maybe this is for your children. Maybe it's for the person you're dating. But like, you're not organizing something. What are you supposed to be organizing or planning for yourself, Libra? Yeah, finesse. It's like you need to have, you don't have backup plans. Or yeah, I feel like, I'm not going to lie, I feel like you are overly focused on love. You've got determined, love, and intuition. It's almost like you don't focus on any, like, you know how sometimes when you fall in love with somebody and that's all you focus on is the relationship, or maybe that's what you want right now. Okay. What should you plan for with finesse? What do you need to have a backup plan for? What do you need a plan for? Yeah, you've got sexuality, leadership, resistance, and inspiration. This is kind of off. Also what I'm getting to with the cards that came out, what you're doing, there was no big deal. Like, there was no major arcana. The reason you're doing something, or the reason you're resisting or waiting, is literally because of a perspective, and that's it. It's not because you have to. It's not there's no rule. Like, you're holding back from planning something for yourself. What do you think is going to be the result of what you're doing? Like, what is the aim here? The Two of Swords. Okay, the King of Pentacles. You may think something. Yeah, you got a lot of waiting. Three of Wands and then the Fool. So you have like a lot of waiting around. I feel like too, you feel like this is going to be the solution maybe to your health. But you're still doing something out of love for somebody else. Okay. I feel like I feel like you're making a connection to something and there's no connection. Like, you're like, okay, if I do this, then this is going to happen. I don't know if there's any connection in those two realms or something like that. Okay, so what is this actually causing for you? Ooh. Okay, the Six of Pentacles, Page of Wands, the Hermit, and then the Eight of Wands. That's what I'm getting to. Something is supposed to end up in the Fool. Something's supposed to go unknown, unnoticed, but we have knowledge of it, or we have information on it. Okay, odd reading. What's the outcome for you, Libras? We actually have information on it. All right, pride, peace, self-esteem, and style. Yeah, that's an odd reading. Sorry if that wasn't clear. All right, Geminis. It did say I couldn't. It said blocking vision, so I don't know. All right, Geminis. Let's see what's going on for the Geminis. Make sure y'all subscribe to YouTube as well, y'all. Okay, Geminis. Let's see. I did Aries at 95 minutes. So that's an hour and 35 minutes. All right, Geminis. Let me unplug this. There we go. I have like a... I don't know if it's because I'm a millennial. I have like a fear of things overheating and overcharging and stuff. All right. All right. What's the center of the reading for the Geminis? What's the center of the reading for the Geminis? Okay, courage. All right. What role do you play here, Geminis? All right, peace. You're calm. You're not worried about anything. You're not overthinking anything. All right, what other energy do you need to be in here for yourself? Okay, emotions. Okay, so I feel like you're trying to stay calm. You need to pay attention to whatever emotions you're feeling. What are you feeling right now? Pay attention to them, but control them. You know, you don't need to ignore them. Maybe you're trying to keep the peace as well. All right, what are you feeling right now, Geminis? Change. You literally want to change something. If this is literally within your body, you are feeling something change, so pay attention to it. But I feel like you're like, yeah, I really want to change this up. I really want to switch this up. What could be triggering emotions here making you feel this way? You're like, I really want to change things. Okay, so resistance. Libra did come out as resistance. I'm not sure, but what's being resisted here in your reading? Okay, potential. All right. Yeah, you may feel like you're resisting your own full potential. What do you want to change this into, Geminis? What do you want to change this into? Okay, you've got finesse. So I feel like you want to plan or strategize. Finesse, fight, and strength. There could be something dealing with a Leo. What? A couple of readings ago, you guys came out with a conflict with a Leo. You want to intentionally distract a Leo, or you want to intentionally fight a Leo. You're trying to act like you're calm, but you kind of want to fight somebody. Is that okay? Okay. Let's see. Let's get a card. You want to fight a Leo or go against a Leo, or you want to break out of some repetitive situation. All right, so you got the Chariot, the Nine of Cups, Three of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles. Looks like somebody has moved on. They are happy. They're getting more information on a scenario for themselves. And then here's a Ten of Cups. So somebody is moving forward in front of an entire group of people. They could have an audience, or they could be happy. The Empress, Ace of Wands, and then the Daughter of Baskets. Okay, so somebody is moving on and they get to be happy, and that makes you want to be upset a little bit. Okay, you may be in a scenario where you get to see somebody move on and be happy in a different light or in a different manner. What is your energy in these 8 cards, Geminis? So this is giving you a new perspective. Okay, and then here's the, okay. And then the Tower. This is the thing. You're kind of watching somebody move on or something like that. And they just, you like in your mind, you're literally like, they just get to move on and be happy. Or they get to move on and still have supporters. Or, and you're like, wait, hold on. I was taught this, that, and the third. I was taught that I had to do this. Okay, what was your old perspective? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Your old perspective was guidance. There could be a perspective about women, or there could also be a perspective of like, okay, I need to listen to this. I'm being guided to do this. I need to listen to, what did you think was guiding you? Or, okay, you've got self-love. And then what did you do as a result here? Okay, power. So there's something that you said out loud and that was how you viewed it. You're like, okay, I'm going to focus on myself. I'm going to say this for myself. I'm going to stand up for myself with power. Okay, what was the end result of you saying this, standing up for yourself, using your voice? Okay, there's knowledge, vision, and hustle. It must be something about like money involved. Okay, what is your new perspective then? I feel like you're gonna have a new perspective on what you said or what you thought was going to work out for you. You got respect. Let me see what else. Yeah, respect, healing, mystery, and self-love. This is the thing. Whatever you were thinking was self-love or whatever you consider to be self-love, you're going to look at it a lot differently. And it's because you're watching. It's almost like you're watching somebody kind of initiate their own thing. Let's see. What are we observing here? And then we're going to see what the old scenario was. What are we observing? The Six of Pentacles. It's like you're observing somebody get paid, or you're observing somebody receive something. So this isn't a positive light. Like maybe you thought like, damn, like I didn't know I could do that for a living. They get paid to do that. How did you view this before? There could also be like a morality thing with getting money or things like that. But how did you perceive this before? Okay, the Four of Pentacles. So there's something here where you're like, I should hold on, or I should hold back. I should save. Something like that. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles. I'm also getting too, you're like, I shouldn't share that information. It's almost like you're watching somebody. Let me show you. Oh, self-love. You may have wanted to keep something to yourself by yourself, but I feel like this individual, whoever this is, they're happy. They're happy to coordinate with people. They're happy to teach people because there's a crowd of people around this individual. I feel like you're like, no, I don't want to pay them, or if I don't pay them, they won't get support or something like that. Or you feel like something normally is withheld from people if they act like this or if they do this. All right, how are you going to view this now, or what's your new perspective? You're going to realize you didn't notice another. I feel like you didn't notice something. Yeah, the Nine of Swords. You become a little more worried or a little more anxious. It could also be an element where you're like, okay, I'm going to go with the cheaper option. Sometimes a cheaper option causes a lot of worries or anxieties, or like you have to keep paying to fix something. What do you start to be worried about or concerned about? Self-esteem, personality. You got intuition and humor, though. That's, yeah, there's the humor part. Here's the person. They just, I feel like somebody intuitively moved forward and they were able to work with people. I feel like, too, somebody did something that makes them happy first. This was the first thing. This is the Nine of Cups, and then they were able to be around like-minded individuals. All right, Gemini. What other energy should you be in? Thank you, Philip. I appreciate that. Yeah, potential, fight, vision, and sexual. You need to see something about yourself, Gemini. What do you need to see about yourself? You've got confidence and peace, so you're good. And then there's leadership. And then luck. All right, Scorpio had luck. You have an opportunity to do something. It looks like you have enough money to create something. You have the opportunity, the time. All right, what's the outcome for you, Geminis? Yeah, there's guidance, power again, ambition. There's intuition again. All right. You are going to have a new perspective, though, on that. Okay. Cancer and Aquarius are the last two. Do we have the Cancers here still in the building? Do we have any Aquariuses? We're coming up to the end. Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know where to get the readings at. All right, Cancers. My YouTube is the same as EeshUrHeartOut. I was not able to link it. Back in the day, you could link YouTube, but, you know, I guess TikTok lost the competition. So you can't link the competitor anymore. All right, Cancer. Let's see. What is the center of the Cancers are reading here? Yourself. You just came out in the Gemini reading. It had the style card, 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups. So you are all about yourself. I don't think I pulled that for anybody else. I asked Scorpio's advice. Their advice was style. So they should have been, I don't know, working with you or that energy. All right, style. So Cancer. So what about yourself, Cancer? Leadership. Capricorn did come out as leadership. You and Capricorn are both each other's polarity, and you are a cardinal sign. All right, so you could be the first to do something, the first to initiate something. All right, so we got leadership. Interesting. Leadership, I'm going to pull these. Leadership is blocking out the manipulation on your perspective of time. So I feel like it's a Capricorn or it's somebody that could be older than you. They're like, no, Cancer, you will not view it this way. So I feel like a Cancer is stopping you. It could also be the perspective of a Scorpio. I'm going to look into this luck card a little bit more. I'm going to meditate on that. I'm going to have to think about that for a second. Just personal thoughts. But I feel like somebody like, no, do not fall into that trap. Do not view time that way. Do not view your fortune that way. You're fortunate to have this, that, and the third. Or you're at a good age to do this. Or you have time to do this. So something is supposed to manipulate your perspective of time, luck, opportunities, possibly a Scorpio. Somebody's like, no, I'm not even going to let you view it that way. Like flat out. They're not. All right. So what is the trap perspective of luck or of this energy? Interesting. Defiance. Okay. So normally you're supposed to think it's going against something. Going against what? What's the rule? Something's supposed to be breaking a rule. Okay, versatility. How will you view this if you open up your eyes and have a wider perspective? Yeah, dominance. You're able to control something here. That I feel like too, time, opportunity, that is the dominant energy. How much time do you have? How much money, energy, effort can you put into something? I feel like, too, the rule can be like you're supposed to be married at a certain age. You're supposed to have a child at a certain age. Or it could be about how they try to tell women that they're getting older. And I'm just using all the things that associated with Empress energy and time. But it could be a thing where they're telling old women you're too old. Or, you know, like they rush women to have children. Things like that. It could be any type of topic here. All right, but somebody's like, no, expand your horizons. Think about how much time you have left. Think about your age. Think about all the opportunities you have. Somebody's like really going to drill this into you. They're like, no, like you're not going to view it that way. All right, so what other energy should you be in here, Cancers, for yourself? Superstition. Yeah, so this is about time. I feel like somebody's like, look, you need to be concerned about the fact that you have the time. You need to be concerned. You need to care about that. I feel like too, somebody's telling you like, no, don't have a perspective where like it's a trap perspective, because it's manipulation. Somebody is manipulating people to think that way or to view everything the same way. So you're being cautious about that, or you're going to know that that is a superstition. All right, so what should you be concerned about here? What should you think about, Cancers? Yeah, determination and ambition. Literally, I feel like somebody like, no, focus on your career. Focus on your job. Also, don't like focus on the thing that you want to do. Like somebody's like, no, focus on your career or focus on the thing that you actually want to build. I'm also getting to there, like, don't repeat that cycle. Do not keep repeating the same cycle. Do not keep repeating that same mistake. All right, let's see. I feel like this is pretty the same. Bachelor Brad is back again, leaving the same comment as yesterday. But thank you. You got me a lot of laughs on my Instagram reels, so I appreciate you. But we can't make the same joke again. So, you know, it loses the humor. All right, let's get 8 cards here. Let's see. Yeah, literally, somebody's like, no, you are not allowed to be confused. No. 7 of Wands, 3 of Cups, 7 of Cups. Yeah, the Empress. The King of Cups. Here's the Strength. Could be dealing with a Leo. The Justice and the Queen of Cups. They literally, yeah, there's the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like, too, somebody's like, no, do not have sympathy for that Scorpio. Do not have sympathy for them, or don't waste your time out of sympathy for other people. Like, they're like flat out no. Let's see. So what will you do with your time here? What is it best for you to do with your time, Cancers? You got the 2 of Swords. There's a 4 of Swords, a Page of Cups, and then the Hermit. You have the knowledge. You have, like, that's why you should be in superstition. The Hermit is a 9. So that's the 9 of Swords. You should consider things. You should think about how much time is spent on something, especially if it's on another person. Yeah, you should. Okay, so what should you focus on here? Okay, you have the Lovers, the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, decisions that make you independent. Literally, like decisions that make you independent here. I just said these are the same cards for Gemini. They're going to realize something shocking, or their perspective is going to change. And it's because they see you, Cancer. You came out in that reading. You were the Chariot, 9 of Cups, some other stuff, but you had the 10 of Cups. You were moving forward. You were doing something that made you happy. You had like a support system. And that, I feel like that's a part of this. Okay. I'm going to figure out another thing for that luck reading too. All right. What other energy should you be in here, Cancers? Let's see. Yeah, Gemini. You need to, I don't know if you know a Gemini, because they're kind of sad. They want to change something. And I feel like they're inspired by watching something that you're doing. What are you all? It's like you're already kind of on that path a little bit. What are you already doing? Humor. You're enjoying something. You're laughing about something. You're doing something that makes you feel happy. Now, of course, I always say you want to have a balance, guys. So, of course, you want to have, you want to focus on work. You want to enjoy things. You want to laugh. You know, you need to have a balance. All right. So, have a balance there. You could be happier because you already focused on something. You already built up your career or something like that. All right, so Aquarius is last but not least, y'all. I will timestamp this, guys. You'll be able to find your sign. If you're watching on TikTok, check out the YouTube. It's EeshUrHeartOut, same username. All right, Aquarius. Aquarius, last but not least, do you even have any Aquariuses? I just put Aquarius because it was the last one left. Also, guys, real quick, if you join as members, you get the love and the career readings. I'm thinking tomorrow morning I will do love readings so that people can see how I do them. Also, you get a monthly question. So you get a monthly reading if you join as a member on YouTube, and you get the love and the career readings. All right, so let's see. What is the energy surrounding my Aquariuses? Okay, we got one Aquarius on TikTok. Okay, so resilience. I think your energy came out as that. It might have been when I was doing love readings. I do remember pulling that card. Okay, so we got resilience, being able to handle something. Something could be difficult in a scenario here. All right, what role do you play today, Aquarius? What is your role here today? Okay, passion. So it's something that you desire. All right, what do you desire here? You be attracted to somebody. You desire luck. You're attracted to that Scorpio. Okay, for some, okay, if you have children with somebody, you want the child's other parent to control the child. Literally. If these are people, you want a Scorpio to control a Capricorn. You want a Scorpio to control a Capricorn Sagittarius energy, or you want, this is like tied together. You want somebody to basically use their time dominating or controlling leadership, or you want somebody to stand up into a leadership position. Maybe this is what you desire. You may want control over something as well. What energy should you be in, Aquarius? I'm going to clarify what you desire. Okay, so transition. Okay, what's your starting point? We know it's passion. We know you have a certain desire. Okay, so it's love. What do you need to transition into? You're doing something out of love here. Libra came out as love too. Okay, ambition. Okay, Aquarius, if you're wondering, you're concerned about love right now, you need to focus on your career. Yeah, okay, I mentioned Libra, okay. There could be something with you, a Virgo and a Libra, but you could be doing something out of love. It's time for you to focus on work or building something. What are you currently doing out of love here? Or you may be advising somebody that. Yeah, guidance. Yeah, resilience. Somebody is making something difficult for you, but you're only listening because you're doing it out of love. Or you're taking on somebody's burden. All right, I feel like there is an easier way for you to do something, or a smoother way for you to do something. What can you work on here, Aquarius? Okay, you've got potential and hustle and healing. So yeah, if you're dealing with somebody, it's time to make something more professional. All right, let's see. Let's get 8 cards. Okay, the World. So you're already starting out with the World. There's a 10 of Wands right there. Let's see. Yeah, the Tower, 10 of Wands. All right, so something's over. It was completed. 4 of Swords. There's a Chariot, 9 of Pentacles. Ace of Swords, the Hierophant, the Sun, and then the 10 of Swords. So the cards that's out, you have the Chariot, the Hierophant. The signs that's out, you have Cancer, Taurus, Leo. We see that something came to fruition. It's complete. And then there's the 4 of Swords, right? So if you have transition to ambition, right? If you completed something, continue coming up with new ideas. I wouldn't just stop focusing. Like maybe you get to a certain level and you're like, okay, I can relax and I can be in love and date somebody and blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't think that's what you should do at the moment. What is your desired outcome really quick? Let's see. What is the desired outcome here? You got the 6 of Pentacles, a 5 of Pentacles, a 2 of Cups. Let me get one more. And then the 3 of Pentacles. I feel like there's an energy where you want to hold, like, there with the dominance part, there's an energy where it's like, no, don't pay them unless they do this. is kind of what's going on, or like there's supposed to be some sort of support or some sort of budget, including a third, like 3 people. If you desire to get paid for something, I feel like, or you desire for like the money to go up, there needs to be an energy where something needs to be more professional, or you need to put more time, energy, and effort into building something. So what do you need to do with transition here? What do you need to transition into, Aquarius? Yeah, okay, so you got the Eight of Swords, the Empress, the Knight of Wands, and then the Daughter of Baskets. So you're able to complete something, but I feel like right now you're doing something out of love and you're spending money. This is what you're kind of doing. Maybe you're giving too much, or you're giving too much time, energy, effort. Who are you being guided by here? Power. Some of you could be a Gemini. It's like you're taking on a burden. What is the burden here that you're taking on? You know what, too, that I gotta say? Right now, maybe you're trying to make something work with leadership as far as a business is concerned, but it might be better to like literally like try to work or try to build upon something. All right. What other energy should you be in with ambition here, Aquarius is? I would keep something very professional. All right. Knowledge, skill, peace, and mystery. You know what I feel like? I feel like this has some, I don't know if this has anything to do with a Libra. Just because they ended up popping out on the bottom. If this has anything to do with a Libra, they came out as love. Maybe you need to advise them it's time for them to focus on working or something. Something like that. All right, y'all. I'm going to wrap it up. You know, the last sign don't always get the best readings. All right. Because I done been on here for 11 hours. All right. But thank y'all for watching. Join as members for the extra readings, and you get the personal monthly reading. You just email me your YouTube name. And if y'all just want a regular personal reading, you don't want to do a monthly subscription, y'all know to get that from the store. I email you right away and get your question, and you get your private YouTube video. Nobody else can see it unless you share the link. It's 30 minutes, so you get to ask up to about 4 questions. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all, and I will be back tomorrow.